been over 15 years since Kobe's legendary 2006 season. It's a season that is known for Kobe's 81-point game and for the classic playoff buzzer beater that he had against the Phoenix Suns. After he made that shot, the Lakers were up 3-1 in the series and had a golden opportunity to knock the mighty Suns out. Game 6 was their best opportunity. Kobe was playing out of his mind that game, and he was doing everything in his power to carry his team to victory. And in the final 2 minutes of the game, he made 5 unanswered points that gave the Lakers a 3-point lead with 29 seconds remaining. All the Lakers needed to do was get a stop. They forgot to rebound. And that allowed Tim Thomas to tie the game and erase any hope of the Lakers winning that series. So let's play the what if game. What if the Lakers boxed out properly and grabbed the rebound off of Steve Nash's miss? And what if Kwame Brown didn't take off to another dimension that allowed Tim Thomas to be wide open for a three-pointer and instead gave a good contest on the shot? What would have happened to the 2006 Los Angeles Lakers if they ended up winning that game? So the Lakers would have moved on to play the Los Angeles Clippers in the second round. This would be the first time in NBA history that two teams from the same city played against each other in the playoffs. Unfortunately for Clipper fans, the Lakers would have had home court advantage for every single game. Trust me, the Lakers fans would have showed out for every single game. And this wasn't your Lob City Clippers that were able to get a decent fan base. This was your Elton Brand and Chris Kamen's era Clippers. So the Laker fans would have taken over Staples Center for every game and given the Lakers an advantage on that aspect. Now let's look at the Clippers roster from that season. Their starting lineup consisted of Sam Cassell, Cuttino Mobley, Quentin Ross, Elton Brand, and Chris Kaman, aka the Janitor. They finished the season with a 47-35 record. The Lakers had a 45-37 record. So the Clippers didn't perform that much better in the regular season compared to the Lakers. Their best player was Elton Brand, who had the best year of his career. He averaged 24.7 points per game on 52% shooting, 10 rebounds per game, and 2.5 blocks per game. He was a force to be reckoned with, and he nearly led the Clippers past the Suns in the semifinals. They utilized the same game plan that the Lakers did in the first round by using their size against a small ball lineup that the Suns were forced to use. With Amari Stoudemire out with injury, they had zero inside presence, and both LA teams nearly knocked out the Suns using their size. The Lakers, however, match up well with the Clippers. They had plenty of size in the middle to not allow Elton Brand to go off as he did against the Suns. During the 7-game series against Phoenix, he averaged 30.9 points per game on 59% shooting. But against the Lakers during the regular season, they were able to keep him around his regular season averages. So that will be one of the main keys for the Lakers to be able to knock out the Clippers, to contain Elton Brand, and they did a fairly good job during the regular season. The Lakers and Clippers both won 2 games against each other for their season series. But could anyone from the Clippers stop Kobe Bryant? Could anyone stop the 2006 version of Kobe? The same guy that averaged 35 points per game during the 2006 season. And against the Clippers, he averaged 40.8 points per game on 43% shooting. So the answer is no. The Clippers had no answers for Kobe Bryant. One of my favorite games from Kobe came against the Clippers when he had the most legendary, inefficient 50-point game in history. It happened on January 7th on the Clippers' home floor. In the first half, Kobe was not feeling it. He had 10 points on 2 of 12 shooting. But the thing about Kobe is that he just needs to see one shot go in. All it takes is one for Kobe to go on a hot streak that could last for days. He made the first shot attempt on a dunk early in the third quarter, and then he exploded for the rest of the game. The dude couldn't miss, and he was making the most ridiculous shots that only Kobe being Bryant could make. I wish there was some HD version of this game somewhere out there, because this is a Kobe classic. As he had the power to do, he completely turned the quote-unquote away crowd to be in favor of the Lakers, and by the end of the game, it felt like a regular Lakers home game. In the second half, Kobe scored 40 points on 52% shooting. He shot 6 of 11 from the 3 and had 5 assists. He had 22 total points in the fourth quarter, and to top it all off, he made the game-winning shot with 11 seconds to go. Just another normal night in the office for Kobe that season. I can see Kobe averaging his normal 35 to 37 points per game for the series and carrying the Lakers past the Clippers. Now I think it would be close, as the Clippers and Lakers were evenly matched, but I honestly think that the Lakers would have knocked them off in 6 or 7 games. For those who follow Kobe and the Lakers closely that season, we saw how Kobe was able to win games by himself. And for the Lakers to lose that season, it was usually due to Kobe having an off shooting night or the Lakers just being overmatched by a much more superior team. The Clippers were not one of those teams. With Kobe having the opportunity to avoid any travel for the series and playing at the comfort of his home stadium, I highly don't anticipate that Kobe would have had an inefficient series. So that means that the Lakers would have gone past the Suns in Game 6. Kobe would have carried his team to the conference finals with that supporting cast that he had. So now the question is, how would the Lakers perform against the Dallas Mavericks in the conference finals? Here's what we know. The Lakers beat the Mavericks 2 out of the 3 games they played against each other. For those 3 games, Kobe averaged 43 points per game on 42% shooting. There was one game where Kobe had one of the worst games of that season when he went 5 of 22 from the field, and that really dropped the shooting average that he had against the Mavericks. But for the other 2 games, Kobe proved to be unstoppable. In the first game that Kobe played against the Mavericks, he led his team to victory on the road and finished the game with 43 points on 46% shooting. That included this ridiculous 3-point shot he made late in the game that helped the Lakers take the lead. 8 days later, Kobe had one of the greatest games of his legendary career. We all know this one very well. He had 62 points on 58% shooting, and he outscored the Dallas Mavericks by himself through 3 quarters. If he was more of a savage and decided to play the fourth quarter, Kobe could have, very possibly, had 2 80-point games in one season. Imagine that. So this speaks to a clear weakness that the Mavericks had on the defensive end. They had so much trouble with stopping athletic wing players that season. Let's look at a few examples. LeBron James averaged against the Mavericks that season 41 points per game on 61% shooting. Paul Pierce averaged 30 points per game on 55% shooting. And then we have Dwayne Wade, who torched the Mavs in the finals. He averaged 34.7 points per game on 47% shooting for the series. If Wade was able to do that against this team, imagine what Kobe was capable of doing. Now, I don't think the Lakers had enough firepower to beat the Mavericks in a 7-game series. But if Wade was essentially able to win that series by himself, we all know Kobe could do the same. So the possibility exists that Kobe could have faced Shaq in the finals 2 years after their split. Imagine how amazing that would have been and the hype that would have surrounded that finals matchup. It's a stretch, but not that remote of a possibility. However, I'd be more than happy with the Lakers just reaching the conference finals and Kobe shutting up all the critics that point to Kobe never being able to get past the first round without Shaq or Pau Gasol. When the truth is, he was so close to contending for a championship. All we needed was one stop. As I mentioned in the description box, and with some of the promoting I did during the video, I have a new book coming out titled The All-Time Greatest NBA Book. I talk about in detail the 50 greatest teams of all time, the 50 greatest playoff moments of all time, the 50 greatest playoff runs by a player, and the 100 greatest players of all time. There are also additional chapters as well. If you are a fan of Kobe, this book is for you. Kobe will be featured in every chapter of this book. If you are sick of the NBA critics underrating Kobe and not being willing to fully appreciate his greatness, then this book is for you. It's time that someone tells the truth. The book should come out around Christmas time and possibly near New Year. If you would like more information about the release and content of this book, I would ask if you can subscribe to my Basketball Universe channel. You can also follow me on Twitter. I have the link in the description box. I'm new to Twitter, and I'll be more than happy to follow back anyone that decides to give me a follow. And if you liked today's video, I would greatly appreciate you all clicking on a thumbs up. Thanks for listening.